If you're looking for a steel sports watch, this might be your next one. Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang. We have the pleasure of presenting a new model of one of our favorite brands. We'll take a closer look at the new Jaeger-LeCoultre Polaris Date Green that is launching today. We have covered quite a few sports watches here on the channel from different price points and different brands. In today's day and age, it's arguably the most popular segment of the watch industry, and you should at least have one steel sports watch in your collection. The Polaris collection is Jaeger-LeCoultre's adventure category, that's how I would call it. It's a collection of different models with different complications made to last. We've got the Mariner Memovox, the Chronograph, Polaris Automatic, Chronograph World Time, and the newly launched Perpetual Calendar. And of course the Polaris Date, which we'll talk about today. All of the models feature great movements since Jaeger-LeCoultre is a brand with more than 1,300 calibers since 1833. Today we'll focus on the Date model since they came up with this new stunning dial iteration which is really in line with what the market wants. The earliest design of the Polaris models was introduced all the way back in 1968. The first Memovox Polaris was special because it incorporated an alarm function in a diver watch with its twin crown design. This was very unusual at the time and it quickly became an icon. It was a watch meant to be worn on the field as well as for everyday occasions. The watch we look at today has a stunning two-part gradient green dial. Gradient dials are becoming more and more popular and I'm definitely a fan of them. I love the flow of light from the brighter middle part to the outer part where it becomes darker. It kinda reminds me of diving and exploring where the middle part is the visible frontier and the dark part is the untapped, undiscovered territory once you go deeper. This watch obviously features two crowns, one to set the time and date and one to set the inner bezel. You can see the opaline finished inner diving bezel around the periphery of the dial with minute dots and 15, 30 and 45 for the quarters. At 12 o'clock you've got the main triangle with which you set and read the bezel. Moving inward we come now to the middle part of the dial. This part features a finely grained texture with applied trapezoid indexes and numerals for 6, 9 and 12 o'clock as well as the wide date window at 3 o'clock. All the indexes, hour, minute and seconds hand as well as the diver bezel and triangle feature Swiss Superluminova. This is needed for diving since the deeper you go, the less light you have, and good Superluminova is crucial for this. In today's time it's also just fun to walk into a room from just being outside and seeing the dial glow. It's the small things in life that matter. At 12 o'clock you can also find the Jaeger-LeCoultre logo with its classical font. The middle part of the dial features a sunray finished surface and is a nice contrast to the grained part. I think the different ways the dial is finished really stands out from some other diver models on the market. The hour and minute hands are skeletonized, grained and polished, and as previously said feature Superluminova tips. The seconds hand is nicely thin, characterized with this rectangular Superluminova part, and it features an orange tip, in line with the other small details on the dial. It's also obviously nice contrast so you can spot it quicker. The dial isn't the only part that is well made, so is the case and the movement. The case is made of stainless steel and features polished and brushed surfaces. The lugs are slightly curved, brushed on top and on the side and feature polished edges to accentuate the design. The bezel is thin and sloped, almost non-existent and highly polished. The sapphire crystal is domed and you can really see the height of it from the side, a nod to the vintage model. The diameter of the case is 42mm, it's 13.9mm thin, and lug to lug I measured slightly over 47mm. It's water resistant to 200 meters, it doesn't feature a screw down crown so be careful with how deep you go and how crazy you go in the water. Powering this watch is the in-house Jaeger-LeCoultre updated caliber 899 with 70 hours of power reserve, which you can see through the open case pack. The movement features a nice tungsten skeletonized rotor, which features the brand logo as well as the Côte de Genève decoration. It allows for a nice contrast with the rest of the movement below. All the bridges feature Côte de Genève decoration on top and are machine beveled, which is normal for a watch at this price point. The inscriptions on the movement are gold engraved and the movement beats at 4 Hz and has a free-sprung balance wheel. It also features hacking seconds, so when you pull out the crown to set the time, the balance wheel is blocked and you can set the time more precisely. Each of these models undergo a strict testing procedure. Jaeger-LeCoultre has an internal 1000-hour testing process which is very unique. The test is said to be more strict than the official chronometry tests and it tests the watch before and after casing over a period lasting 6 weeks. The whole goal of this is to see how the watch would perform in everyday wear with temperature changes, vigorous varying in different positions as well as atmospheric changes. Overall, the watch is great to wear on a more casual outfit, and I see this being a nice daily watch. Especially if you're a fan of this color or you simply don't own a green dial watch yet, go try on one and see for yourself. If you want to buy this watch, the price of this exact model is 9,950 Swiss francs, including 7.7 Swiss VAT. You can also buy a black rubber strap for 235 Swiss francs, or you can pay a bit more, around 1.5 thousand Swiss francs, for the stainless steel bracelet with a secure double deployment clasp. Let me know what you think about this new iteration and which Polaris model from Jaeger-LeCoultre is your favorite so far. Share this video with somebody who likes sports watches, hit that like and subscribe button, and guys, as always, I'll see you next week.